Look how nice and creamy that is. Awesome. Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today I have another cooking basics video for you. I'm going to show you how to make creamy peanut butter in your blender. In this case, I am using my Vitamix blender. They aren't sponsoring me. This just happens to be the blender that I have and am using. But I do really love this blender. And so to make peanut butter at home, all you need are peanuts. And I have about 1.5 cups of dry roasted peanuts here. You can use raw peanuts if you want, but if you want to roast them, it gives it a little bit of an extra flavor boost. Put them out on a pan and put them in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 148 Celsius and roast them for about 15 minutes and then let them cool and ready to blend. These are already roasted. These are lightly salted as well, so I'm not going to add any additional salt. But you can, if you're just using unsalted peanuts, you'll probably want to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt as well. And you can always add a little bit more salt to make it saltier if you want. But this is a great way to control the amount of salt and the amount of sugar in your peanut butter. I'm not using any sugar in this peanut butter. I'm going to use a little bit of honey just to add a little bit of flavor. But that's what's so cool about making peanut butter at home is you have complete control over it. And so I will take these peanuts and put them right inside my blender. And then I'm going to put just a couple squirts of honey in there. And sometimes you can add a little bit of oil to it, and that'll make it a little bit creamier, like peanut oil. Imagine that, using peanut oil in peanut butter. Excuse me while I get the cat out of here. Get out, go, go, go. And so I'm just going to put about 1 teaspoon of oil in here. But oil is not necessary. It'll come out fine if you don't use the oil. I'll put the cap on here. And then I'm going to take this little lid off so I can use my tamper because we're going to want to push down the peanuts down to the bottom. And then I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to crank it up to high. Okay, and as you can see, it's doing a great job. It only takes about probably 45 seconds to about a minute in the blender. I'm gonna go just a little bit longer. And I just did a really small batch. In this particular size, it's a 48-ounce container. You can do about 3 cups of peanuts. You don't want to do much more than that. All right. And that is some awesome peanut butter. And then sometimes you may want to go in with like a spatula or spoon and kind of just dig down a little bit more. I really like the consistency. And then you may want to add some more oil to it or some more honey, depending on how creamy you want it. I'm going to add just a little bit more honey and another teaspoon of oil. All right, perfect. Now, if you don't have a high-speed blender, you can try it with whatever blender that you have, but it may not work. But if not, if you have a food processor, you can make peanut butter in a food processor. I have a video showing you how to do that as well here on my channel. All right, here we go. Okay, and time to get all this peanut butter out of here. There is a special tool that you can get from like Vitamix that it's like a little scraper tool that really helps it get out of here really easy. But it's not too hard. Look how creamy that is. And there's a little bit more in the container that I will get out later. And there you go. Really awesome homemade peanut butter. You can use it for all of your peanut butter needs. Spread it. It spreads super easy on toast or whatever you want, waffles, pancakes, or you can just eat it by itself. But look at that. Look how nice and creamy that is. Awesome. Well, there you go. That is how you make homemade peanut butter in a blender. In this case, a Vitamix. Super easy to do. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. Thumbs up, down in the corner, press it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this some more. Oh yeah. Look at that.